Only at 5, all the rain we just got and that snowstorm up north means the threat for flooding is up along the Mississippi River.
It is. Meteorologist Logan Williams joins us now to tell us how much. Logan?
Yeah, thank you, Daniel and Mackenzie. It's been a wet winter so far. This February set to go down as the 4th wettest February on record in Quincy. And while much of this excess water will flow downstream, there is a lingering flood threat emanating from the north. Hydrologists with the National Weather Service in the Quad Cities say a growing northern snowpack has significantly raised the chance of flooding along the Mississippi River since the last flood outlook.
What really happened is over that course of 2 weeks, the upper Mississippi River Basin received in areas 200 to 400% of its normal precipitation, and a lot of that fell as snow.
Now, the Climate Prediction Center is forecasting a higher chance of above average precipitation for much of the region for March, which would combine with the snow melt to raise the flooding risk even higher. Logan Williams, WGEM News.
Thank you, Logan. The Weather Service will release their final spring flood outlook on March 9th.